Good day and welcome to EDMS. In this lesson, we will do a drawing where we are going to practice our drawing techniques. I'm going to do the drawing in the HSE Workbook for grade 10s, 1 of 11. If you don't have the workbook, you can go and order it from their website. I will put the link in the description below. Or you can get out a blank piece of A3 paper and do this drawing with me on a blank A3 paper. Now, let's get started. First, we're going to read the question. And the question is as follows. Use drawing instruments and copy the given figure to a scale 1 to 1. What does scale 1 to 1 mean? Scale 1 to 1 means we are going to use these dimensions exactly like it's given here and apply it to the drawing. We don't need to do any calculations with our calculator. I'm going to take the dimensions as given here and apply it to the drawing page. Special attention must be given to line work, accuracy, and neatness. And also insert 5 dimensions on the drawing. So any 5 dimensions here we can add to the drawing, which we'll do at the end. Special attention must be given to conventions and standards governing dimensions, as well as the arcs and lines. Use point A as the starting point. So they gave us a starting point here, which is point A, and you can see that point A is given on the given drawing in this corner. Now, to start, the height of this first line is 12 plus 6. That is going to give us that height. So 12 plus 6 is 18. So from point A, I'm going to go 18 up. Always make sure when you draw vertical lines that you put your triangles flush against your T-square. So 18 up. I'm going to draw a solid line. 18. Then the total length from there to there is 40 plus 77 plus 20. So 60 plus 77 is 137. So 40 plus 77 plus 20 equals to 137. But I will do it line by line. So we'll do this one first, the 40. I'm using a ruler on my T-square. This is a drawing tip to draw faster, so that you can set the starting point of a ruler to 0 here. So I'll put my ruler on the starting point, and then I will draw that 40 millimeter line from there to there. So I'm locking the T-square, 40. There's our 40. Now we need to leave open 77. 77 is open. We need to go up from that corner. We need to go up to that height over there. And that is indicated as 12. How do I know it's 12? Because 12 is from the bottom of the legs to that part. You can see the dotted line is in line with that line. And that is 12. So we can go up 12. There's my 12. Then across 77. From there all the way to here, that is 77. You can see it in the dimension down here. I'm using my ruler again. 77 millimeters. 75, 6, 7. That's 77. Then we need to come down. So what you can do is you can project this line across light. Then you don't need to measure 12 again. You can just pull this line down until you meet that point or that line that you've projected across. That line should be light if you do projections, so they don't interfere with your final product. That should be 12. Okay, we can check. Yes, that is 12. So I've just projected that line lightly across to help me to get the bottom. Then this leg here is 20. Can you see that? From there to there, that is 20. So we need to go additional 20 to the side. And now we need to go up again. The height that we're going to go up is from there to there is 38 plus 50. 38 plus 50 is 88. So I'm going to draw a line of 88. 88 is over there. Solid line. 88. On that line, I'm going to extend that dotted line. A dotted line is a B-type line, so it's not too dark and it's not too light. So it's short lines, short, short. And I'm going to extend it on this side as well. You can see it goes there, short, 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 a dotted line. Short, 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 short. We've got a dotted line on there. We need to put from this line the center line to the left. The center line we need to add. And you can see they've shown it to us down here. From this corner, we need to go 16 to the left to get to that center line. A center line is also a B-type line. So we need to add that in. And the center line is long, short, chain line. Long, short, long, short. So I'll put that center line in over there. I'm going to draw the center line from the bottom to the top. So I'm going to put them in here. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. I'm happy with that. If you look at this 88 point we've made over there, you can see that the center line is in line with that point. So the 88, which we've already got over here, I'm going to draw the horizontal center line on that 88. Short, long, long. To form the middle point for those arcs. If we want to get the center point over there, we need to go up from the bottom 38 to get to that center point over there. So that's 40, 39, 38. Short, long, long. That one is a bit too long. So we have our two center lines constructed over there. If they give you a symbol like this, this means diameter. And if they give you an R, it means radius. Now the radius of that big circle at the top is a radius 16. So you're going to take your compass. You're going to set this on 16 millimeters. So take your ruler, you set this on 16 millimeters. Okay, I've got my 16 over there. You take your compass, you put the sharp point on the middle point that you've created with your two center lines. If you've calculated and worked accurately, then that lead should get and come out to that line. Okay, mine is perfect. I'm going to draw the arc here at the top, press down through the leg of the compass. Do not lose your grip, and go and draw in that arc. At the top, nice and neat, a dark arc. I'm happy with that. The second circle, or half circle, has a radius of 10. So you need to take your compass and set this on 10 millimeters. I'm going to draw that half circle in now from the center point. Drawing that half circle in from the center point. The same radius applies to the one down here. You can see that should also be a radius of 10. I put the sharp point of the compass there at the center point, and now I can draw in this half circle with a radius of 10. Then what you're going to do is you will connect those 2 points with a vertical line from there to there, and the same on this side, from there to there. This line should run down all the way until the height of this corner. So this corner I'm going to project lightly across to the right, light in construction first. And then that line I can draw hard now all the way down until you meet that line that you can see here. Solid line. Now I can close it here at the top. And we need to add a hidden detail line on this side. If you look at the given, there's a hidden detail line, a dotted line that we still need to add here. So that hidden detail line is in. Now there's a 45-degree center line running on this left side. To get the starting point, we can see it goes from there at 45 degrees. It is from A 25 millimeters to the right. So from this corner at the top, we need to mark off 25. And that is the point where you'll put your 45 degrees and then construct that center line. So from the corner A, 25 millimeters, I'm going to make a little mark, not too big. And on that 25, I'm going to construct a 45-degree center line. So here it's going to be long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, at 45 degrees center line. From that point, that starting point we've made, for the 45 degrees, we need to go 20 millimeters and then another 50 millimeters to get these two center lines. Now, if that is at 45 degrees in that orientation, then those 45 degree center lines will lie in that orientation. So there you can see I double check using my triangles on the given figure. So I can see that is at 45 degrees in this orientation, and that is 45 degrees in this orientation. So from there to there should be 20 and then another 50. So from here, go mark off 20 millimeters. I'm going to make a mark. And over there, at 45 degrees, in this orientation, I'm going to put a center line. Short, long, long. Then the next center line is at 50 millimeters. So on that line, go mark off 50. I've got it. And there I'll put the second center line. Short, long, long. Now, the arcs of this part and the arcs of this part is exactly the same. The radius for the big circle or half circle is 16. The radius for our big circle here is also 16. The smaller one is 10 and that one is also 10. So I'm going to set my compass on 16 again. Put this on 16. Draw in that half circle. Only from there to there. You don't want to go past the center line. On those points where they meet the center line, we're going to draw a 45-degree line running back all the way down until this line. So 45 degrees all the way down till there, and the same on this side. All the way down until there. And then lastly, we just need to add in the radius 10. So I'm setting my compass on 10 now. And 10 over here. It is not to say that you need to start in the order that I did. If you wanted to do all the center lines first, then you are more than welcome to do it in that manner or way. If you wanted to start with this part, then you are allowed to start with that part, okay? The order doesn't matter as long as you have the final product in a presentational manner, and that your drawing is accurate and neat. So I'm just going to connect these two with the 45-degree triangle from there to there, and the same on this side. Okay, there's the drawing done. Just checking, we have all the dotted lines. We've got that dotted line. We've got those two. We have the center line, center line, center line, center line, center line, center line. Do not erase your center lines. They are part of the assessment criteria and you will get marks for them, so don't erase them. And you do not need to erase your construction lines if they are light, okay? They will not interfere with the final product. So this is the finished product. The question also asks of you to put in 5 dimensions, any dimensions. So I'm going to put 5 dimensions in. I will do 2 radiuses. So I'm going to do the 2 radiuses on the side. So I'll use a 45 degree to do this. So I'll show from the middle, and this is in construction. Check what I'm doing. I'm not going to make an arrow. I'm going just to make a dark tip. I'll show you. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. From the middle point, I want to show the radius of the big circle, like they did over here in the given. I'm going to draw a light construction line to there, but I'm going to go past that line a bit. And over there, I'm just going to make a dark tip. So it shows from there to there. That is like indicating with an arrow. This is, I'm writing on a line there, radius 16. And then I'll do the small one on the side. From there to there, go past, because we want to write outside of the drawing. From there to there, on a straight line, radius 10. Okay, you'll agree with me, that looks professional and clean. That looks good. Okay, so instead of making an arrow like that, just make a little dark line or tip, because Sunny makes the arrows like that. Katlego makes his arrows like this. Tandu colors his arrows in. Okay, so there's too many variables, but if you just make a little dark tip, then that should be fine. I'm going to give a dimension down here of the 40, so I want to put this one in, that 40. So I'm going to say lighting construction from there, in line, you can see it's in line with the edge, and there, light line, dark tip, that is, you write on the line 40. Okay, that line is too long. That is 40. Then, so we have 3 now. Let's maybe give a one here at 45 degrees. So I'm going to use this center line that I've already constructed. I'm just going to draw a light line across from there to there, and say from there to there, that is on the line 50. Nice and neat. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's maybe put a height. I'll do this one, the 38. So from there to here, dark tip, that is going to be 38 on the line. Happy with that? Awesome, that is it from our side. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.